A man with your responsibilities reading about the end of the world. And what's this? I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
It is an ancient Hindu text quoted by an American.
American?
He invented the atomic bomb, and he was later accused of being a communist.
Nah, linear paths cross, havoc is God, ravages palaces and villages, malice delivered distant but close, surrounding bridges and gulf. This is a hoax, there's no time, a different approach, lifting my ghost, my blade sheath beneath the minister's cloak, visions of hope, battling cataclysmic rhythms of smoke. Silver bullets are efficient at most, provisions are fit for a win, but I won't quit till I'm gripping my throat, bleeding, begging for mercy, let the winds carry my prayers through the night's air. Nothing is right here when arches barrage, targeting God, arrows puncture the heavens as a legion of angels come for the reverend. Something is present, the rumble of weapons suddenly cease, the thunder peaks till ears bleed, and there he stands, the father of man, tremble in fear, revolver stuck in my hand, the other hand holds the fate of my people. Where should I stand? The bridges engulfed, this is a hoax. Through the night's air, nothing is right here, it's a hoax. Surround the bridges engulfed, this is a hoax. Through the night's air, nothing is right here, it's a hoax.
Seeking solace from the sacrilege, heathens burning and bleeding, murder season of the holiest intentions of treason. My weapon, a deacon, the luminescent cathedral reflected, bodies blessed, the dead knocking on my doors for redemption. A heavy heart as they taught me God had the answers in testament, but they never embellished the hellish devils and men. A senseless chaotic intent to free the father from sin. I turn the Bible to attempt to block the carnage within. Draw the shades of screaming echoes as a menace to praise the glasses steam of biblical images written in flames. My missions were timid and vision distance is grave. My way of living directly lifted from Exodus page. The tension neglected, my head is veiled and protected. I checked in a cleric and left a heretic. Heaven is destined to die, the light beams,
it's like the night scream.
To kill God, believe me, it's like a pipe dream. Heaven is destined to die, the light beam, to kill God, it's like a pipe dream. Heaven is destined to die, the light beam, light beam.
Fleeting memories, no melody I took for granted, casually interrupted by tragedy. Masses massacred graphically, proletariat scrambles the blocks. The sun obstructed by shadows above its candles, so when phantoms of flock. Vandals and thieves, guided by greed, travel the streets. Every second unravels the seams, fastened and fashioned by heat. Plots of apocalypse disregarded by scholars, it's obvious. Blind with it, we drifted, neglecting ominous signs. I charge of turbulence to face them at last. The seraph struck me with magic, I let them lay in my path. That as I stray and I lag, something's holding me back. A sense of panic, a mask, revealing holes and cracks. But I couldn't withdraw, amongst the anguish and dark. I raced to find the last fading shred of hope in my heart. With a sudden rush of valor, I raced towards the carnage, ready for warfare, regardless, I'm heartless. Something's holding me back, ready for warfare regardless, I'm hard. That as I stray and I lag, something's holding me back, ready for for warfare, regardless, I'm heartless.
Spotted elements of eloquence, 7 messages left. They stencil my flesh and thin me disheveled and spent. But I'm tormented by the cherubs that I felled as I left. Melted to death with their wings severed and sheltered their breath. A solemn event inside the burning wreckage was spent. When I attempt to free my reasoning from where it is kept, dissuaded from the path of the cloth and a passionate God. It only seems a fleeting memory of where I was brought. The chapel shatters, raining cadavers. They landed in patterns. I grasped a magnum and blasted. My hands were cracked from the kickback with angels laying in traffic. Their bodies tattered and snapped. In a savage attribute, I tasted the blood. It's fresh, pure to the skies. My ears and my eyes were nearly denied a final glimpse of the deity as he kneeled and he died. The steel in my side, I break my body shook in surprise. I took it in stride. I simply had mistook his demise, but it was over.
In a world without God, what is our fate and our plan? Have we destroyed our fragile being with the hatred of man? The answer laid in our palms, but we just threw it aside and watched it fall into a broken state of ruin and die. In a world without God, what is our fate and our plan? Have we destroyed our fragile being with the hatred of man? The answer laid in our palms, but we just threw it aside and watched it fall into a broken state of ruin and die.
5 billion people died in 1996 and 1997. The entire population of the world. About 1% of us survived.
Are you going to save us, Mr. Cole?
How can I save you? It's already happened. I can't save you, nobody can. I am simply trying to gather information to help the people in the present trace the path of the